get out of this small town. You took my heart from me. Now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly. Let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go on a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. Let me go, it's my time. Watch me build another life. Find another space. Explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away. We won't see another day. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure. You'll find me dancing on my own, nowhere to be, nowhere.
Welcome everybody for a cast of Eversio. I'm joined by my Have you watched Dragon Tier or known of Dragon Tier or Crazy before, or are they people they've just picked up out of nowhere? Indeed. Not a familiar territory though, being on Dust 2. I haven't seen them play it very much, if I'm honest, so we'll see what they have in store for us in this game. I feel like they're going to just out-frag them anyway, if I'm honest, in this game. Judging by the elos, I think they're like at least 1,000 over the elo of the other side, but you never know, they might have something interesting in store for us. Crazy going aggressive in mid, Mr. Kelly holding towards long, and yeah, I think I was right, Mahal. I think no respect this game. No respect. Are you aware of Trevor's logo? I don't know what's in the middle of it, but I feel like it's a frog. It's an orange. Right. Fast long peaks coming in. Trevor already dispatching of 3 in this round. And it looks like a quick one again for the side of Eversio. Just using the guns, winning the fights, and all in all, making it look easy so far. Now, do you think they're going to push again? What's going on? Element of surprise. Molly towards top mid to stop any pushes early doors, and it's just going to be a default from the side of Eversio. 2 towards long, 1 towards A site and the mid player and a B player as well. Just taking control down mid, the T side after back of that Molotov, and Eversio now using the util to delay any pushes. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure.
Kills being traded, but it's going to be Dragons here. Spraying down last tree in the round. 4k in the round for him and Eversio. Gonna quickly charge to a 3-0 lead over on Dusto.
Slight mistake by myself. Wasn't picking up the game audio and your audio, so the first 3 rounds have not been casted.
No problem, no problem. We're here now, we're here now.
But I don't think we've missed much with Eversio just winning out at the moment. You see the guy coming out of mid and just not looking towards CT?
Yeah, I don't know what the play was there.
Bless him.
Forgot the bomb in spawn as well, started that round.
But nevertheless, a full buy coming in from both sides now. Dragon tier, potentially the AWP of the side as well. Not used to him picking up the AWP. Usually it's Trevor. They are going to go for aggressive peek on short, and Zelian will quickly take off Zybuka. Yeah, good, lovely. Clearing the
names. Yeah.
Clearing the smoke in towards mid. Trevor going to find us kill over the smoke as well. No reply from the T side, and they're looking like they might fall to pieces in this round once more.
Limited utility as well. All 5 players with AKs, but just a couple of smokes and a flashbang. Eversio, lots of utility to delay any pushes as well late into this round. Interesting to see Eversio actually with such a setup on Dust 2, because I wasn't expecting them to play it, and when they did end up on Dust 2, I thought it was just going to be maybe a bit of a pug match, you know,
yeah.
Just shooting aim duels, pure aim duels, but Eversio seem to have some setups here. These are going to find a couple of kills, but Crazy from this long position, taking down 2, puts Eversio back in the driver's seat for this round. 3 versus 1 now, 40 seconds left on the clock. Last T stuck towards that short position. Just a smoke grenade to work with. Gonna find Trevor over towards mid, but down to 30 HP. Would need to hit a couple of clean headshots here, as Stakeli and Crazy both full HP. Kelly gonna spot the last T, takes him down through the door. So Eversio 4-0 start here. Maybe a couple of closer rounds, but never really in question.
Gotta say, if Crazy aims like that the rest of the season, they've picked up a good one.
Yeah, Crazy and Dragon's Tier leading the scoreboard in terms of kills. So, new additions off to a running start here on Dust 2. Good display all around from the team though. He's unable to have a response thus far on a traditionally T-sided map as well. Dust 2, one of the few T-sided maps in the map pool.
B push coming through the smoke. They're blocking each other. They're blocking each other. Oh no.
Kelly gonna find the first and the second. Zillion does find the third, and I don't know, the T's looking a bit disjointed over here. Should be F5th for Eversio. 5 versus 2. Crazy is actually gonna go down through the smoke, so maybe a consolation over for the T's. 4v1 now. Fruto just 9 HP over towards the slower Thanos position. Eversio though remaining disciplined in the 4 versus 1. Nobody's swinging any crazy angles, looking for these you know, extra frags, just holding on site, waiting for the clock to run down and taking the duels when they come to them.
Just that round alone just shows me the difference in the teams.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of round just tells me that these opponents are just 5 guys who said, let's just go see what we can do in the qualifiers, and unfortunately for them it's not going great so far. Eversio 5-0 advantage as Trevor is gonna push into the slower position.
Oh, interesting smoke. Is that for Xbox? No, it's for
Indoor actually. First time seeing that smoke. Trevor from this lower position is gonna find Danilo onto short. Might find the second here. Will find the second, but is taken down as well. So 4 versus 3 now. As Fruto able to find Crazy as well on that short position. Probably the best position the T's have been in all game, if I'm being honest, to find a round here. 3 versus 3. As the bomb does make its way over towards the A side now. Dragon Steer immediately with the op, gonna take down both Fletra and Fruto, so a 3 versus 1 now finds the third kill as well. 6-0 for Eversio, and once again, just falls apart for the T side.
I can understand the util usage of that smoke towards mid, but when you've got someone already short, you don't really need it. It's a bit of a weird one, because they're supposed to stop the AWPer trying to peek down towards mid, but the guy's already run up short, so if there was an AWPer there, he would have been cancelled quickly. So
Smoke also did come out quite late. Trevor was able to push into lower.
it's a interesting strat, something they tried to think of on the spot, but unfortunately not going as planned. 6-0 though. Eversio looking strong, and we can see if the T side will actually put up a round this half, or it'll be a shutout. Spam coming through, a lot of damage done but no kill found. 7 HP on Noz and 50 done to another player. But slowly but surely they are peeking towards short, but Dragon Tier once again towards this A location, taking him down early doors. The second player a bit aggressive, and probably too aggressive, but manages to find the headshot. Trevor able to double up on the advantages. Now 3 players left alive. 1 player on low HP. The peek through mid will get 1, but not getting the second. The last 2 players remaining with 11 HP in total. And with all to do, a quick peek, or not a quick peek, it was just a hold from Dragon Tier.
Oh, 1 HP now. No chance for him in that round, and Eversio seem to be enjoying themselves now here, taking these peaks, you know, 7-0. Feeling confident maybe, take these aim duels. Good stuff to see coming out from them. Will be interesting also to see how they do play against an opponent that is maybe more drilled with some more consistent executes, but so far so good for Project Eversio.
Bearing in mind this is probably one of the only Dust 2 games we've seen Eversio play. It will be nice to see if it is a broader map pool this season, and see if they can play out a different set of maps as such.
I think if I see Ancient one more time, I might genuinely lose it. Love to play it, don't love to watch it. Need more Anubis.
Every game.
Yeah. Zelen actually gonna go down, going aggressive in tunnels here. So the T is probably for the first time this match with a man advantage to start the round off. Gonna be able to have a second rifle now. Noz picking up that M4. Still not a great buy over from the T's here, so it will be interesting to see where they decide to go with this limited utility.
I like the play. The smoke towards CT. They are going to peek just before the smoke, and Smoke's not going to quite cut it. The gap over the top will get punished. The player's trying to push onto this B site. Trevor finding one, but not the second. And it's going to be a 3v2. The bomb not going down just yet, but a 3v2 retake is nonetheless the case for the Eversio side.
Fortunately for the T's, that CT smoke did have a gap. I feel like would have been a different scenario had it been fully covered, because Dragonsteer would have been unable to find much with that AWP. However, as it stands, 3 versus 2, 3 versus 1 now. Stakeli just gonna take down Danilo. Nos does find one. His position is known now. Finds a second actually as well, but Dragonsteer from that window position is gonna find his second in the round, giving Eversio a straight 8-round lead here. Nos unlucky there, does find the 4K, but unable to get the ace.
Indeed. Quick check of the stats once again. Trevor on 11, Dragonteer on 13, and they're really standing out at the moment. Crazy somewhat dropping off in the last few rounds, but still nonetheless Eversio dominating the scoreline. Zelion with 3 and 3, maybe getting a bit impatient on that B site last round, going a bit aggressive to try and find some kills, but inevitably gets punished. But nevertheless, it's still 8-0. I feel like they have all the confidence in the world to go for anything they really want.
And Zelion this round immediately gonna find the player down in mid. Crazy finds a couple up long, gonna find another with the nade. Lots of damage being done by Crazy. Goes down, Flutter taking down his teammate though by mistake. And Trevor gonna clean up the round. So just Crazy going down as Eversio storm to a 9-0 advantage here on Dust 2. And I'm telling you, it's looking like a 13-0 here. I don't wanna call it, right? Because pistol round can go either way, and we did have a close round a couple of rounds ago, but
you've called it now. Reverse sweep coming.
It's gonna be 13-9 from this is the comeback round.
Yeah. You've jinxed it, mate. It's game over.
Let me knock on wood really quick then.
I think they should be right.
Flatra immediately tagged down to 18 HP. Crazy going aggressive on doubles doors though is gonna get taken down, so an advantage for the T side here. Lots of players moving up towards short. Zelion and Stakeli on this B side. Stakeli pushing down tunnel as Zelion turns his attention over towards mid. Lots of damage being traded onto the T's. As Stakeli does take down Fletra. Zelion with a kill of his own, but Stakeli gonna go down in mid, so 3v3 once again, and Zelion missing the jump there. Gonna get taken down. B side is open for the taking. And it's Trevor and Dragonsteer in a 3 versus 2 retake.
Oh.
Trevor finds that kill in mid. Immediately in a 2 versus 2, Dragonsteer did spot the player up in window, but never gonna get that peek once again with the AWP. I feel like I've jinxed it now. It's a 2v2, you know, bombs half ticked. But Trevor swinging out of this door and is gonna find 2 kills.
Yeah, but don't worry.
And Eversio with a 10-0 lead here.
That flash really put the sheet over their eyes, I'm not gonna lie. They're both full blind. This might have been one of the quickest maps I've ever casted. If it goes 13-0.
15 minutes in here.
Yeah.
Might be done by the 20-minute mark if things stay as they are. And even in that retake, you know, you have Trevor and Dragonsteer, the 2 leading the scoreboard in terms of kills. Always was going to be very difficult for the T side. Once again, 5 AKs across the board, but limited utility. Trudeau though gonna take down Zelion, who was going aggressive on short, and he's picking up the pace now. Running over towards the short position will be contested though, as Crazy spots out that first player. He's just hitting the brakes here, moving back towards mid.
Stacko needs to be careful. He's the only B player at the moment. He might get caught off and potentially give up the site, but we'll find the kill in towards mid. Maybe going to alleviate some of that pressure away from his site.
Womp is walking short, however. Only now starting to make his way back towards mid, as Trevor does find Danilo.
That was just a shoulder peek and he took his head off. Trevor feeling it this game. There's no real direction from the T side, though, I must say. They are
No,
just
that
walking
peek on
in.
double doors alone, very interesting, especially it wasn't timed with a short push or anything. Once again, Noz just walking out mid, taking down.
Lovely
Fletcher
shot.
is going to find a couple of kills towards A side though, so 2 versus 1 now. Going to be able to get the plant, so retake is required of Eversio. Stekeli low on HP, but crazy. It's going to take him instantly out of the round, and Slopka disconnects. Not sure if that has anything to do with the scoreline. Will be interesting to see if he'll be returning. As Eversio storm to an 11-0 lead here on Dust 2. Last round of the half. Slopka is back though, so was just a temporary disconnect.
A very interesting game. It may be even worth looking up the bracket.
Yeah, interesting buy from Eversio. Lots of guns in mid as well. Just 16k I think on a few players here.
I'm going to go for an aggressive long push, and Steph going to meet them with a molly. He is going to get the flash from his teammate, and we'll find a kill through the smoke. Looking for more on towards long. Not going to be able to connect the shots. Noz's going to trade out. 1 for 1, not too bad, but Noz on 12 HP, not going to make it easy. Cillian already in the flank though, and meeting a player face on. And now he's Nate's not going to connect as he would like on the smoke. But a pinch nonetheless. They are going to line up, but not going to find the low HP player, but another flanker coming in as well. It's not going to matter because Noz will find his death as well towards long. And the last player in towards mid. Going to try and do it on his own. He has the bomb. He has the free sight. But he needs to win the round. That's the key ingredient for this round.
I think he was just spotted there as well by a player on car, and yeah, they know he's here now. All CTs coming through.
The lurk with the bomb. Incredible.
Fletcher is gonna go down, so it's gonna be a 12-0 half for Eversio.
Yes, and he got caught with his Molotov. Or was it? No, smoke, sorry.
I have checked the bracket, and it's looking very likely, unless Team Zlopka can give us a crazy CT side, it's looking very likely that Eversio will be playing MaybeNoSplit, who did win their initial match 13-1. Elos look a lot more balanced as well over on that side, so it will be an interesting game. But Eversio T-side pistol here potentially could make it 13-0. We'll have to wait and see.
One more round for the 13-0.
Looks like it's just gonna be B-Rush coming out from Eversio here. Tried and tested. I don't know, but Fletcher immediately dinked down 5 versus 4. However, Danilo and Noz is gonna find a quick 3k. So just Trevor and Zelion left. Trevor will find one pushing lower tunnels. However, bomb is dropped onto B side. Oh, 2 versus 3 to keep the 13-0 dream alive for Eversio. But Zelion just gonna go down here, so Trevor in a 1 versus 3. And Team Zlopka may be finally gonna pick up a round. Trevor does find the dink onto Danilo though, 2 HP now. However, Danilo will find his 4th of the round, giving Team Zlopka their 1st round of the game. As the 13-0 dream is over.
I think
Eversio though immediately gonna full buy into this round, even without the bomb plan. They're feeling confident. They know they have the firepower to win this round. An interesting buy from the CTs. MP5. It's been a while since I've seen that in a comp, to be honest.
Indeed. I think me and Michele jinxed it in chat.
Maybe.
He said he was winning the major at this stage.
Crazy, gonna find the opener onto Fruto, as Eversio just gonna storm down long, Stekeli finding the 2nd. Danilo finding a couple of his own, does go down eventually. 3 versus 2 now, as Noz is spotted in CT. Pump is gonna go down. I say that though, Eversio don't seem to be planting, seem more to be hunting the frags here, as Trevor is gonna find Nod, so 3 versus 1. And Zlobka is gonna go down to the hands of Zelion. Eversio 13-1, a dominant display here on Dust 2.
Interesting.
They equaled the score of their upcoming opponents. MaybeNoSplit, both teams winning their initial matches 13-1. So it would be interesting to see the next match, you know, what score is gonna be. So I doubt it will be quite as one-sided, but it will be interesting to see. And
Best
that
of
second
one
map
format.
is coming up right away, already in the ban phase. Last 2 maps are between Dust 2 and Anubis, and we are gonna be on Anubis for the upcoming map, actually. So no more Dust 2 yet. If it was a second Dust map in a row, I'd have been very surprised, and I'd have said, okay, then this is a new map that Eversio are gonna be playing. But I think we will go to a quick break, and we will be back with Anubis shortly.
started to fall, and where were you? How could I know you were falling too? Grabbing the wind, cutting my skin, but it's hard because I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling. Falling, 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 just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They say I'm dangerous 'cause I broke all their cages. No, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm
Welcome everyone, back again with another game, and it is going to be Eversio versus another team, ironically enough. This time it might be a bit more interesting as the elos are adding up similarly to each other. And what are your thoughts on this game, Mia?
I think we'll definitely be closer. Elo's a lot more even. No players who are super low Elo compared. There was a level 4 in the last game, so I mean, that alone, when all of Eversio are level 10, would make it really difficult. But everybody's level 10 here, so there should be a certain standard. You reminded me when you said against another team to update the stream title, so it's actually Eversio versus MaybeNoSplit. Both teams won their first match 13-1, so it will be very interesting to see how this match unfolds. Anubis, I think I want an Anubis, so I'm glad we get to see it. I think it's one of the most fun maps in the game, to be honest. Took me a while to get used to it back when it was introduced in Global Offensive, but now that I've learned how to play it, really enjoy it. Lots of fun executes you can do on Anubis. A lot more interesting than Ancient, that's for sure.
What position do you play on Anubis?
On CT side, I just play pillar on A, but now I've like learned some new utils, so I also play backside. And on T side, you can just do so many interesting execs. But Eversio, gonna start on the CT side here, so it's MaybeNoSplit actually electing to start on the T side. Maybe they have some strats they want to run as well. Will definitely be interesting. Should be a good game as well. Because as fun as a 13-1 is, it's also nice to see a bit more of a competitive game.
Indeed. And hopefully this will be one. I've got to the stage of CS where I don't know any utils, so I'm kind of washed in that sense.
Alright, Riva. Game has been cancelled here. Did see that in the chat, that game has been cancelled. I'm not sure what happened exactly.
Interesting.
Might be restarting. The Face It match room is back to 0-0, so just might have a quick restart maybe over here. Just gonna see. So Zelion is telling us that new server admin cancelled for some reason, so the game will be starting once again.
I'll put it on pause for a minute.
In a moment, yeah.
But yeah, so don't know. The util side of it, I'm like, it's gone. It's completely gone. They removed jump binds, I'm finished. And now it's like I need to learn everything again, but I just don't want to.
Now you can do jump throws consistently 100% of the time without a bind. They made it really easy. So
It's like when I play in a Face It or Premium game, they're like, let's do this execute. I'm like, yeah, of course we can. Yeah.
like, oh, you guys know Ace Smokes? It's like, ah!
Kinda?
So new match is starting.
Yeah, we're back in. Knife round again. I wonder if they'll let them have the knife round.
I think they should, to be honest, but I think they are gonna do the knife round new once again. First time I've seen that actually happen in ESEA, where they have to restart the server, where an admin actually cancels the match and restarts the server. But back once again with the knife round here.
Are they going to let him win? Wow. Wow. Not letting it happen. After winning it already, the BM.
They seem to have agreed in chat, but I don't know what they're doing here, to be honest. Interesting setup for sure from both teams. Maybe admiring each other's knives.
Well, I can't
Zillion obviously with that beautiful karambit.
Oh, I've just got to do the auto exec. There we go. Right, that's not what I've put on a... Oh, there we go. So that actually stop happening now.
And MaybeNoSplit actually gonna lose the knife round here, so it would be really funny if Eversio just goes CT side anyway.
Yeah.
Now Eversio gonna start on the T side
That's
actually
BM.
though, so
That's PM. They won it the first time. How can you take it away?
mixed Hamroon style. So, I don't know if you understand that reference, but
No, what's that?
so Hamroon is a place in Malta which is known for lots of knife crime. It's the London of Malta.
Fair,
So,
fair. I know lots about knives.
Eversio starting on this T side here. Quick
Birmingham, yeah.
setup towards yeah.
The
Quick
Croydon.
setup towards this A side. 3 CTs though over towards A main. And Zillion gonna take down the first player. Kills being traded though. Trevor finding 2 of his own as this A site is opened up now. CT's quick on the flank though. Smoked off though. So Eversio 4 versus 2 post plant. That's crazy, and Zillion will be holding this main position. Don't think they're aware that both CTs were this close, but that smoke has delayed the push, and Zillion with a molly as well. Might have thrown it a bit early, actually, as it's fully extinguished. Ju does also pick up a kit. Does find the first kill onto Crazy and the second onto Zillion.
Oh my god.
Trevor almost going down as well.
Time
2
to
versus 2 now. 2 versus 2. Bomb is tapped. Trevor gonna find the first and the second. So close there as Ju was just sticking the bomb, but Trevor 4k in the round to give Eversio the pistol, but a bit closer than I thought it would have been.
If that molly
Mistimed
landed,
molly,
it would
yeah.
have been no time.
But Eversio able to find the pistol round on that T side. Was also an interesting setup from the CTs, sending 3 into A main and 2 into connector. Like, no presence whatsoever towards B main, and now just a B stack as Eversio just gonna run it quickly into this A side. So, wrong stack by the CTs. However, just a 5-7 and a P250, so almost a complete save, and might go looking for a few kills now here.
Nice attempt though. If they picked the other side, it could have been a game. But that's what happens, I guess, with these sort of rounds. You either
The
get
gamble
lucky or
stack. Eversio might want to try and find some kills with these SMGs here, as CTs will probably have a better buy going into the next round.
They haven't really cleared out mid or CT, so if they do exit through A main, oh no, they are going to exit through CT, so all safe in the area. But if they did come back, maybe they could have picked up a couple of kills and maybe taken over a Galil or an AK to the next round.
I think this is the first round I've ever casted where 0 damage was. I just said 0 damage was dealt, but shots teammate back of the head, but until the bomb exploded, no damage. So
still not the first round you've not had any damage done.
So interesting for sure.
That was a hard jinx.
Yeah, I'm telling you, recently, as soon as I say something, the 13-0 as well, they want the pistol then, so at least it wasn't a reverse sweep. Eversio with that second round. CT's able to have a buy here as Stakeli spots out a player in that connector position, and 3 Eversio players just pushing up water now. Bomb is outside B main, so looking like a B hit here for Eversio. Trevor is gonna find the first kill through the smoke. However, Tenrek from this connector position does find 3, and Fnatic taking down Crazy, so just Trevor left. Bomb is dropped down in towards site, and although Tenrek low on HP, Trevor does find that 1v1 there actually, so does take down Ju, and maybe could make something happen if he hits a couple of quick headshots, but CTs still have a molly and a flash to delay Trevor with, but I think he'll go for this. I reckon he'll go for this, you know. He was top fragger in that previous match. Yeah, walking through the smoke now as well. He's gonna get taken down to 32 though through the smoke. Spotted out now. Unable to find any kills, and Tenrek will find his 4th of the round, giving the CTs their first.
What a play in connector. What a play. 3k in connector and not even challenged. Even with the USP on the last kill as well. Hitting his shots there. That could have been the pinch if they opened up that position of the map. B site. B site? No. Yeah. Jesus, I've lost myself now. Yeah, B site would have been clear.
Was a bit of a free round for Eversio though with those 3 Mac 10s. Now 5 AKs across the board. Don't know if Dragonsteer did see that player in connector actually. Crazy does get baited out by the utility, so he is gonna go down in connector. Man advantage for the CTs here. Bomb still over towards this B side, but not really any map control for Eversio just yet.
Opting to go back to mid control, I believe, as they shift their way along the bridge. Nobody on the CT side denying this though, so Eversio have a good read. They're slowly making their way through mid. There is one player holding camera from the A site to give information. The smoke going through should indicate some sort of presence there, and Molly will go down. Time ticking away though, 55 seconds left on the clock. 2 players going through A main, 2 players trying to go through mid. 3 people from the CTs in a position to try and defend B, but A is the site they're going to take. A massive kill picked up by Ju though. He needs to stay alive, buy his team some time. He's going to go aggressive through the smoke as well. He is going to try and find this kill, but a very awkward one at that. Trying to come through the smoke will get taken down. A 3v3 now as Eversio probably have the advantage at this stage. Peek in from Heaven will find the first player. 3v2. Zelian on the off angle underneath Heaven. Going to be a hard one to clear. Fnatic going to take the peak. Zelian not connecting the shots though, and his position's given away. A 3v1. He will find 1 kill, but the bomb plant or bomb defuse should come in shortly after the molly extinguishes, and it will be the 2nd round to the CT side.
Was an incredibly awkward execute onto A. Ju in main just delayed the push, even by hiding in that smoke so much that by the time the bomb was down, the retaking CTs had already arrived. So Eversio, unable to get into post-plant positions, are punished, and game is tied at 2-2.
But him buying that time was massive as well, because his teammate died for nothing. And then he was going to get pinched on both sides.
It was a free pick over towards that pillar position.
So massive from him. Eversio not able to come out though. Pistols across the board for them now. Bonus round, and we'll see what they can get done with them. It's going to be a rush onto the B site. The Tech 9 going to find a kill through the smoke. AK going to chime in with some damage, but not getting another kill. So 3v3. And the AK retrieved as well. Needs to come through, but no kills found. And it's a very messy round, I must say.
already a victory for Eversio, I'd say, though. With that bomb plant, anything here is just an advantage. However, Drew and Tenrek are gonna find a couple of frags. Stekeli not making his position known yet. Finds two through the smoke, though, so just Tenrek with this AWP. No kit either, as bomb continues to tick down. Steps now, finds the no-scope onto Stekeli. Does pick up the kit, should just about have enough time.
A valiant attempt by Stekel, though.
It was close, and I mean, that's a great eco. If you're a Eversio, you're happy with that. Might be a bit frustrated to lose it to the op with that no-scope, but came very close. Great round nonetheless, and they'll have a full buy going into this one, so can't complain too much there.
Pressure shot, though, from the AWP.
Yeah, it was even to push all that distance there. It was just like big play required, and he delivered.
And he's delivering in this game at the minute too. 8 and 2. Currently a 4 KD on the side of his team. The main man at the moment in this game. He did have a 4K in a previous round as well. We'll see if he can continue this form throughout the CT half. Again, no pressure shown from the CT side towards mid. They do not like playing mid. They're giving it up and they're playing off information. One player holding towards camera and seeing if anyone pushes or smokes towards mid, and util can be used after. It's going to be a B aggressive play. They are going to flash out from B main and pressure that side of the map. And Zelian will be mollied off the angle. Information gathered but no deaths found. As they slowly make their way towards A as well now. Taking control of A main. One player located in mid now with an AWP. Actually taking the control of the map towards mid. The CT side. One player located there in alert position, and it's going to be gathering towards the A side. The Eversio side looking to execute towards A, and that might be information heard. I don't know if Fnatic may have heard that drop, but nobody moving just yet. 40 seconds left on the clock. The execute going to have to come in soon, and there is
Stekeli gonna hear Fenrek over in that temple position. We'll be able to give this info to their team.
massive play. Oh, no.
Kills traded on A side as Eversio do open up the site. Kills once again traded, so we remain in a 3 versus 3 here. Tenrek does go down though, the main man over on that CT side. But Stekeli does get caught out by Ju, who's on a 3k in this round, so 2 versus 3 post plant for Eversio here. Dragonsteer holding this off angle, does hit the shot, so 2 versus 2 now. However, Zelion gonna go down, and Drew with his 4th of the round gonna give MaybeNoSplit their 4th of the game here. So interesting round, definitely could have gone Eversio's way. I think Stekeli caught out towards that camera position, did just give the CTs an easier route back into the round, but Drew now level, I believe, with Tenrek on kills, both 8 apiece. Big round.
Putting in a performance.
A couple of these CT rounds have come off the back of individual 4Ks, so
you
players are definitely delivering. Crazy, off to a slow start here on Anubis after he had the highest ADR over on Dust 2. Doesn't have a kill just yet. Zelion currently leading the way for Eversio. Dragonsteer gonna eat that grenade down to 60 HP. Trevor pushes into connector, does find the headshot. Giving the opener to Eversio, does find the second before going down to Tenrek. Maintaining the man advantage for Eversio. Tenrek misses a shot there, and Crazy will find his first kill of the game. And Eversio on a 3 versus 1 now. Well, I said 3 versus 1 before I could understand what was happening. He pushed through Temple, and Eversio, Dragonsteer closing out the round there. So 4-3. Quick round from Eversio seems to have worked out for them.
I have to say though, that should have never happened.
Yeah, Tenrek missed quite an easy shot there, giving Crazy a chance for a frag, and also Trevor with that crazy swing out of connector, able to find one before going down. CT's kept humble in all these rounds, very few players surviving, now forced onto a pretty weak buy, and Dragonsteer is just gonna take down the peeking player in connector. Op is retrieved by his teammate, but Eversio Much heavier weaponry in this round. And as we saw in Dust 2, Dragon's Tear does seem to be the dedicated AWP of this new Eversio side. Henrik does find Trevor, instant headshot, 4 versus 4 here.
Can't rely on pushing smokes all the time, or we'll get punished.
Upgrades to the AK as well. And Crazy gonna get taken down in connector, so man advantage for the CTs here. However, just one lone CT over on this B side in the Versio. They're all posted up in connector, so a B push here could punish. However, CT's slowly gonna make their way through mid. Versio, longer they take, harder it's gonna get. Not aware of this just yet.
They've stopped after the back of seeing that AWPer. It's made them stop in their tracks, and it's going to punish them as they've got 2 players there. The back of one dying, but still managed to find the kills in the trade. Zellion with a double kill, making it possible. A 2v2 now, as it will be Zellion and Dragon Tier left alive, and they will find another Fnatic left in a 1v2. Going to be a difficult challenge for him, and I think Eversio may have put the 4th on the board.
I love that little play there as Dragon Tier's planting from Zellion to jump on him and just jump around the corner to, so if the AWPer is holding from Temple, it's an off angle, and as soon as he does that, Dragon Tier also swings and takes, and it can hold Temple that way. Just small little note there. And as you said, should be a 4th round coming in. Fnatic just saving. Won't be able to upgrade to a helmet here. He'll probably take damage from the bomb. Does indeed so.
He's going to try and find that AWP, maybe?
And does find it indeed, so... I saw Dragon's Tear looking towards it in connector. Probably was thinking he'll get blown away by the bomb, but Fnatic does save the AWP here. Might be interesting to see if Eversio are expecting this. Unlikely for any other buys to come out from the CTs. Maybe just a couple of upgraded pistols, but 2k each. Loss bonus only just starting to build up a bit now, so... yeah, just a couple of pistols, some armor. That's it though. And for once, the CTs with a lot of mid aggression and Fnatic gonna find Zellion. So opening kill does go in favor of the CTs here.
I like the mobility though. As soon as he found that kill, he's off to another site, off to another location. He's ever going to find a trade there, and maybe a bit too aggressive after the back of that peak. No need to take that peak towards connector. And I would like the AWPer to try and take another aggressive angle, but they're not quite doing it just yet.
Up in A main. Gonna push for any potential players. Trevor does take down Intrex, and Fnatic very low on HP as well, missing a couple of shots there. Crazy will find Fnatic taking down that AWP. And Eversio, they're going B. Last 2 players are here though. And Tenrek able to find a couple of players, so quite an expensive round, all things considered, for Eversio. Kelly able to save the AWP though. And Eversio once again taking the lead 5-4 here on this T side of Anubis.
Back in the driver's seat with the economy to boot as well. There's going to be a buy coming up from the CT side as well though, so not out of the woods just yet. They've got a difficult obstacle in their path now. MP9 on one of the players though, so not the best economy for them. Not going to buy up any U2 off the back of it though, so I'm a bit concerned at that, but maybe it's a fast play towards A. The flash to come over and the peak to come through. It looks like it may be the case as they're gearing up for the push towards A main. Maybe a flash from his teammates going to trigger the push. We are just waiting. It's only a matter of time until these lock horns and take the fight. Flash coming through, Trevor going to get pounced upon. One player falls for the side of Eversio. They've done their job. They've got the advantage, but Dragon Tier finding one on the quick turn as well. The advantage now disintegrating for the side of the CTs.
It was an identical setup to the pistol round where they sent 2 in connector and 3 into A main, but Fnatic gonna find Crazy over on B side. Stekeli can hear Tenrek coming up CT. Does Tenrek expect this player to be here? Does spot out Stekeli, but Stekeli with a great headshot. And Zellion gonna find Fnatic opening up this B side now. So 2 versus 1. Versio. Bomb not down just yet as they start to wrap over towards this A side. Stekeli has been loud here. Is gonna go down, so 1 versus 1 for Zillion now. Just 20 HP left on the last CT player, but not sure. I think I'd have stuck to B there. Not sure if I agree with that rotate, but Zillion clearing out these angles now.
It's a very strange round.
20 seconds left on the clock.
He thinks he might be hiding towards A, but little does he know the CT players actually thought it was going to be B.
I'm interested. It's interesting to see that if he's actually going to go for this retake here, and does indeed seem to be heading towards it. Has lots of util, and a weapon probably would have saved here, but
Zillion's hunting very deep for this kill. He's not going to realise that he's on site now, so there's a lot more angles that he's got to clear. He's not helped himself in this sense. The smoke onto the bomb just going to make it even worse for him, because now he has no idea where he's going to be. He's going to spot him though, and that was the kill he needed to find. He needed to find that frag, and he will get the bomb diffuser. That could have been a lot more of a problem for Eversio there, I'm not going to lie.
there's a world where he hits that headshot from that off angle and he's won the round. So a bit of a risky hold, so deep into CT, but Zillion does close out the round eventually, 6-4 in Eversio's favor. Would you say Anubis is CT or T-sided? This is something I'm not sure about, to be honest, because
I feel like it's
both
T-sided.
both teams elected to start on the T side, so it would indicate that, but it's not it's not too much separating these two sides just yet. Only
feel
6-4 currently.
If you know util, it's definitely T-sided, I think, because you can execute quite quickly on both sides of the map. But solo queue is awful on both sides, so
Yes, look, he's just awful in general. Dragon Steer with the headshot onto the connector player. 5 versus 4 now for Eversio. CT's stacking towards this A side. Trevor finding a couple of kills here as well. Ju spotted over towards camera, does find the 1 dig onto Trevor, so might try and save that AK. But getting wrapped around from both main and camera here. Need a couple more 1-taps to survive, and his spotted out is gonna go down to Ju. And Stekeli finding Fnatic over on that B side. 7-4 now. Eversio have won the half. 8-4 though would be a lot more comfortable than 7-5. CTs should have a full buy coming into this last round. Entrex once again on that MP9 has been a bit of a weak link for the CT side. Only 1 kill so far in the game. Actually upgrades to an M4 now, so we'll be looking to post a few more kills, especially on that T side. But Eversio, 7-4 now. Bit of a default here, but Trevor fast into A main will get punished. Interesting to see that aggressive play from Trevor. Doesn't work out for them. Zillion does find Entrex down on mid though, so man advantage is taken away from that CT side quite quickly. Maybe a bit of a aggressive play from the CTs. So be holding mid there. Fnatic gonna take down Stekeli. However, Zillion once again just dry picking these angles and finding the headshots down to 10 HP though. As the T's do converge over towards this B side. 3 versus 3. CTs are already here though, and Zillion gonna go down to that nade. Dragon Tier though taking down Fnatic, so 2 versus 2 up in the retake for these CTs. As Dragon Steer is just gonna find another kill, and Crazy onto Ju with the final kill of the half for Eversio. They're gonna win that half 8-4. Trevor and Dragon Steer once again top of the leaderboards alongside Zillion. Crazy, a bit more of a quiet game thus far. We'll see if his CT side will be any different.
I think if Nethrax was a bit more confident there, I think he could have crossed to the other side because the molly had dissipated. He could have
He was
crossed
having
over.
issues early on into the game. He had like 150 ping, and now it seemed to have settled. But even end of that round, as soon as he died, he disconnected and reconnected. So he might be restarting his game, hoping it gets better. But Eversio default setup on this CT pistol, as the T's will be making their way all towards this B position. Just the lurk on mid. Gonna go down though, so Crazy able to find that frag.
It's,
Interesting pistol round.
I'm not sure what's going on.
T's took their time to get the bomb down there.
Bomb
Auto
plant on
director having a few weird angles, but a couple of kills being traded now. Is this a 3v3 retake? But lots of kills now from Fnatic and Tenrek. Fnatic with 2 in the round is just Trevor. 1 versus 3, doesn't have a kit either. Swaps to a Glock here, but T's, they're not giving him anything, they're just holding. Bomb is planted for this B main position as well, so Trevor will be going down. And MaybeNoSplit finding the pistol, so could be a much closer game than it once was here. Should be a 6th round on the board for MaybeNoSplit, unless Eversio have anything to say about it.
Looking like they're going to eco.
Yeah, 5-7 for Trevor, P250 for Crazy, and a singular flash over for Zillion. Looks like they might be going all out of mid or all out of A main. Looks like it's going to be a mid push from Eversio here. Or a mid hold actually. As the T's make their way over towards A side.
Another little gamble coming in on a full eco. I like it, I like it. Maybe not going to be the location where the T's go though, unfortunately. Again, we miss out on a pistol fight.
Not the worst thing ever though, quick rotates for that A side.
Indeed.
And they will in fact start to 3 Eversio players fall into this A side now. A couple more remaining mid. Crazy might want to see. Can find anything, might get caught out by the lurker here, has to be careful. And Ju will take him down. Tenrek also taking down Trevor. However, 3 T's here, very low on HP. So pistols could do a lot of work, and Stakeli gonna find Tenrek. Also dinking a player, I think, in the process. 3 T's here, very low on HP, so... And Tenrek's also gonna go down. 3 versus 3 now. Eversio could make this a very costly round for the T's. As it's just... I don't even know what that username is. I'm just gonna say S4US for you. That's the only time I'm gonna read it out fully. Only player on 100 HP, and Dragon's Tear might get caught out from the player holding here. Fnatic is gonna take him down. Would have been a big kill to find. Kelly gonna take down Judo. Know where both of these remaining players are now. They're gonna push main. Stakeli with his 4th of the round. 1 versus 1. Might not have time to defuse, no time to defuse, but a very costly round for the T's. 4 players going down. And Stakeli, 6k now, could drop the AWP over towards Dragon's Tear.
Not bad, not bad.
Even though they went to the wrong side, still gave us a good close round. So, Eversio with the buy now, a bit of limited utility, but that AWP could prove be a big player in this round.
We'll see if the T's can continue their momentum after winning the first 2. They are going to have a MAC 10 due to losing a couple of players in the last round. Dragon Tier going to be aggressive towards Con, but nobody home as he falls back to the site and relocates. Eversio trying to go aggressive, but Crazy going to get punished. A lovely flash from his teammate, finding the player in towards mid, and now they can fan across the map and see what they can find. Mid control gathered. Looks like an A split to me. A smoke towards deep mid, and then a push through camera. Deckel gonna find some timing. Great timing for him. Catches a player with a smoke in his hand. That is awful news for them. They are going to push through to the site now from camera, and they are going to molly player Zillion up. He will get taken down to 20 HP, but finds a kill off the back of it. 3v3 make it now as Steckel gets found in the butt. That was a big kill to find. Allows the bomb plant to come through. Not much util for the T side now, though. It's just going to be on the gunfight. So you need to try and win them out. The bomb plant will go down. Molly not quite finding its mark, and it is going to be a 3v3 retake of Eversio to try and do it. 20 HP on Zelian. He wants to be the one to try and find some information. So they're going to find the player on the back of the site, and that makes it a little bit easier. Both players towards A main. They know where the players are. They just need to execute it accordingly. The double up though, going to find the kill. Dragon Tier going to find another. The trade not there though. Zelian not able to pick up the kill, and the player that we won't pronounce has won it for his side, picking up a double kill. Saucy?
Unlucky there for Eversio.
I must say it's
Not
an A.
to find that round.
The 4's an A. Sasuke.
Yeah, we could just say. I mean, the profile picture is Sasuke, so
Sasuke.
we can just say that. Yeah.
That makes sense, to be fair. Apart from it being an A and not a K, but
Zelion unlucky there. Sasuke surviving with just 3 HP. Tough round to lose as Eversio forced onto the anti-eco. Stack towards B. Not gonna pay off as these T's just pushing into A site.
looks like we've got a bit
Bomb
of a game
will be
on our
going down
hands.
shortly. Yeah, looking like it's gonna be tied up 8-8 very soon.
We said it was a T-sided map. It's now even.
Eversio unable to post anything on the CT side so far. Looking for a few exit kills here. Zelion gonna go down though to the Glock. Dragon's Tear will avenge him though. Crazy also gonna take Fnatic down mid, so might be an AK for them, but Eversio not looking to save it, just gonna get out with these MP9s.
The two AKs on the T side, though, the guns that are saved over to the next, so they're not going to worry about that, losing the two MAC-10s. Eversio going to ditch their MP9s now, so a bit of a waste of money in this round, I think. Or are they going to keep them? That is a question to be had. I feel
First
like
timeout so far from Eversio. Might just want to be discussing what you're saying here about the MP9s.
I feel like it was a wasted investment, because you know where you want to be taking it into a gun round when you're about to be behind, potentially. So I think they should ditch them.
Crazy and Zelion both have enough money. So does Trevor, but depending on the positions they play, or however they're gonna play it around, Crazy will be keeping the MP9 along with Trevor and Stekeli. So interesting to see how this will play out. If they will regret not investing into better weapons later.
3 MP9.
Also a full loss bonus at this point, so a bit
There's
of
no
a curious
reason.
one.
No reason to keep it. They are going to go aggressive for a smoke though. Trevor going to do his tried and true and try and find a kill. Will he get punished though? That is the question. He is on the other side of it. Not found him just yet. They are walking past him, so it's a bit scary. Dragon Tier though going to get taken down, and all players have passed Trevor.
They were able to find one though, and in a very powerful position now for the post plant. 3 versus 3. Still though, 2 MP9s on the side of Eversio. Crazy the only M4, and Stekeli and Crazy both gonna go down, so just Trevor now in the 1 versus 3. No kit as well. Might just be looking to save here. Finds Fnatic though, was the low HP player, is gonna be smoked off again, and yeah, Trevor electing to save this AK into the next round, and I kind of feel like the MP9s did come to punish them there, because Stekeli dies in connector.
Yeah. I don't know why you'd like to keep 3 MP9s. Trevor's play didn't quite work because he let everyone past.
He was completely unaware because they just walked through it and didn't run through it. He was on the other side of the smoke, so was very unlucky. Had no idea that there were 4 players past him.
Caught Dragon
Found
Tier
out
with
a
his
bit too
pants
late.
down.
Exactly. And Op going down without finding anything, always difficult round to come back into after that.
I'll see.
Eversio with a better buy now actually than in the previous round, but
My game is
Zelion
being a
with
bit
the
weird.
MP9. Yeah, the like clipping through the shoulder.
Yeah.
Thank you, Valve, for ruining the demo of CS2, please fix. Tenrek tag down to 50 HP along with Stakeli. No kills just yet, as T's do take mid control though.
I do like how they exert pressure though, this T side. They are not afraid to get into the cracks of Eversio's defence.
Stakeli gonna get taken down on A main.
Nothing flash again. They had a pop flash in towards mid and caught off crazy, and now they've done it towards A, sorry. Was it A?
Yeah, it says A side to the A side.
Yeah.
Dragonsteer though able to find Fnatic on mid, so 4 versus 4 now. This bomb does start to make its way over towards B. Just Zillion on site with that MP9.
But that one kill alone has pulled more like 3 players towards A. The player double setup towards B has made an adjustment, playing more towards mid. But too little too late. There's already an execute potentially going to occur. They are going to get a player in towards CT just in the nick of time, I believe. Crazy going to be peeking onto the site. A smoke up in his face, but they need to find the kills on the site. Zillion able to find a nice kill with MP9. Not going to be able to find the second though. 3v3. Crazy trying to find a kill through the smoke and around the pillar, but not able to do so. Joe getting one, and Tenerak finding another, and the last player of Dragonteer looking to save this all.
So be 10-8 in favor of the T's here. MaybeNoSplit 6 T rounds in a row, equaling Eversio 6 in a row to end out last half. Eversio unable to post around on the CT side thus far. Tough round to lose there. 3 players were on site as bomb was going down, however all 3 went down without a response, so MaybeNoSplit also hunting this AWP here. Dragonsteer just about gets away with his life, but MaybeNoSplit take a 2-round advantage here.
They are gonna have a
Full
lot of
loss
money
bonus
as well.
for Eversio, but at this point rounds are probably more important than economy, so interesting to see that not a lot of T's have a lot of money though. I have Sasuke with 6k, and Ju and Tenrek do have 3.5, but Entrax and Fnatic fairly low. And Dragonsteer finds the timing on mid, so main advantage for Eversio. But T is looking to execute on this B side, and it's just Zillion in connector. Gets spotted out and taken down to 50 HP, so T's have opened up this B side quite easily. Dragonsteer though, big kill from CT. Entrax coming in with the lurk, is spotted out and taken down by Trevor. Eversio 5 versus 1 now. They're gonna pick up their first CT round of the game. That's crazy. And Dragonsteer find 2 big kills. Double up setup might have potentially come out in that second round, but swaps for the AK eventually.
More rounds from Dragonsteer getting them entries. I feel like Nethrak is struggling a little bit at the minute, I have to say.
Yeah, pause coming out from the T's here. Unpaused immediately after. Don't know if that had anything to do actually with Nethrax and his ping, which was going up and down. Seems to have settled a bit now though, so match will be back underway.
It was such a good flank from him. He had the timing, but just I feel like he panicked.
Sasuke is AFK for the T side.
This is not good.
If a reset is going to come through, they're gonna have to call it soon. As once damage is dealt, or once a certain number of seconds have elapsed, they are unable to do so. And Sasuke already missing his opportunity to buy any weapons this round. Don't know if maybe one of his teammates dropped him one in T-spawn, but looks like they're gonna have to play this round in a 4 versus 5.
Is he disconnected, do you think, or is...
No, he's still here, but he's just AFK.
Wow. 4v5 though. Eversio have all the advantage in the world.
Interesting as well that they did call the tech timeout immediately and immediately cancelled it. Eversio just need to hold. Can't go too aggressive here. Unknowingly already have the man advantage.
The side of MaybeNoSplit have managed to creep in towards this B site though. And they are going to get an execute with 4 players to try and take this site away from Eversio. There are 3 players with Eversio that are in location. Trevor going to get a kill, but getting a double kill as well. The trades are coming through for the T side, but they're still a man down. This is the problem for them. Plant going to go down. Trevor on 5 HP. And the player in spawn will come back, but quickly dispatched off. Crazy finds the AFK player. Juno came in clutch with another kill and a 2v2 once more, keeping it even. The 2T side, they've got a crossfire on the bomb. Crazy to try and trade this frag, but Fnatic with a lovely double kill on Pizza quickly wins the round for Eversio, and in a 4v5 that should not be happening.
Fortunately for Eversio, that AFK did come on the T side, so maybe not as detrimental as the CT side. All 4 players did just go B, so it's still a 4-player execute. And yeah, just Fnatic hitting some good shots. Eversio were punished by the slow flank of Crazy, and 11-9 now.
Well. 3 players on the B site.
I'm not sure why in that round they gave up Connector for free. They were punished by a player pushing Connector. Nonetheless, we'll have weapons going into this round. Tech timeout does come out from the T side here. Not cancelled this time, so wait and see what is happening.
Hopefully it's not too long. I don't see any
Yeah, just been
issues.
cancelled now, so game will be resuming. Having a look at the scoreboard here, Trevor and Dragonsteer leading the way for Eversio, especially Trevor, 21k damage, 20 kills. Over on the CT side, on the T side, sorry, Fnatic, 17 kills. Tenrek also 17, and Ju with 19. However, Fnatic a lot more damage than the others.
So Crazy's not having his best performance potentially for Eversio just yet. He's struggled to pick up form at the moment, but maybe he can get back into it in the rounds coming.
Definitely will be required by his team if they want to get the lead back here.
A slow round from Eversio though. I think you was just about to say that, weren't you?
Yeah. Trevor taken down to 1 HP. Just about gets away with it there. Might go down to that nade. Also survives. So Trevor, very lucky to be alive right now. So Kelly has pushed it into this A main cubby position. Bomb will start to make its way over towards the middle of the site. Looking like it's going to end on A. Eversio, 3 players over towards B. The wrong read in this situation. Just the Kelly in that cubby position for A. His closest teammate is Crazy, who's holding mid, so interesting to see what's gonna happen here as the A smokes do come out. Stakeli does fall back towards this pillar position. Will probably be cleared out though. Crazy and Stakeli though both gonna combine for some kills. Crazy, 2 very important frags here, and Stakeli buying time for the rest of the CTs to rotate. Bomb is dropped over towards A side, and Stakeli does take down the off of Tenrek, so just Ju now, 12 HP, and he's probably gonna try save this AWP into the next round. Nade into A main would take him down, but Eversio quite strapped for cash themselves, not looking to go hunting.
What a round
I
from
try and save an
Stakeli.
AK here. Big round from both Stakeli and Crazy there. Crazy, very important frags. And Stakeli just buying time on that pillar position. Eversio post their 10th round of the game here. However, T's no problem to buy into this round. Just Entrex was struggling on that T side, electing for the Tech 9. Might be the bait player trying to open up some angles for his team. Crazy's gonna pop mid for Dragonsteer. However, the T's are all lined up outside this B site. Is Entrex gonna walk through the smoke? finds the dink onto Zillion actually, so the Tech 9 does find the frag. And Eversio in a 4 versus 5 now. It's a tough call for Eversio. Have the weapon and the util, but completely lost side control here. Dragonsteer will take down Entrex though, and Trevor will be finding Sasuke, so 4 versus 3 now. And Crazy gonna find a close zone, but Ju finding a couple of very important frags from that temple position. It's just Dragonsteer and Stakeli left. Fnatic coming from this connector position. Stakeli though, oh my god. I really thought he was gonna go down there, just about turns around and finds the frag. Fnatic unable to transfer the spray. And Eversio with an 11th.
He should have
I
gone
feel
for
like-
the player with the gun.
I feel like Eversio are gonna watch this VOD and they're gonna say, how the hell did we just win that round?
Yeah. He had it in his hands, but he whiffed.
MaybeNoSplit forced onto an eco here. Lots of utility though. Definitely playing for that 12th round. Eversio just need to keep it simple, just need to hit their shots, and they should be looking at match point, but never say never as fast play into A main. Dragonsteer finds the first player in heaven, but Stakeli immediately gonna go down. So T's do force their way onto A side and do find the bomb plant. Ju also gonna pick up that M4. Eversio have to retake here, and Tenrek has a free kill here onto Trevor. Trevor going down from that A main position. Crazy though finds 2 very big kills, and Zelion is gonna take down Ju, so that M4 does go down. Next spotted out here, and Crazy with a massive 3k. We said he needed to step up in these final few rounds, and he steps up in a massive way. That was close. Yeah, that was close.
Even
A bit closer for it. Yeah, but Eversio do find the round and match point along with it. Going the distance over here on Anubis. Job's not done just yet. Eversio should have a bye coming into this round. Trevor might have to forego some utility.
It's a bit of a different game from the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, no more 13-1, so Eversio though finding some rhythm on the CT side 3 rounds in a row. As Ju seems to have carved a bit of a distance over on that MaybeNoSplit side. 7 kills above Fnatic, leading the charge for his team. A bit more balanced on the side of Eversio. Trevor and Dragonsteer leading the leaderboard, but Crazy, Zelion and Stakeli all on 15 kills apiece.
The T side putting up a fight with a player down as well, which is interesting to see. I wonder if he was shooting back what the scoreline would reflect.
Stakeli does get caught on mid, so man advantage for the T's here. Crazy from this camera position. Lots of damage with the utility. Sasuke down to 15 HP and Fnatic on 14. But Trevor trying to go aggressive on this A position is gonna get caught out. Dragonsteer, he just has the op in a very awkward position on mid. Zelion coming through temple now. Oh my god! He's just walking through temple. Zelion caught out, and Dragonsteer also with the op. Crazy in a 5 versus 1 now. As overtime seems distant.
Please explain to me what has just occurred.
I would if I could, but I'm honestly at a loss myself.
The fact
Crazy
that
gonna find the first kill onto Ju. Top fragger of the T side, so has nothing to lose going for this. Unfortunately, lots of utility left over on this T side. Pushes and finds a third as well, so makes it a bit interesting, but does go down eventually as well, as we will be heading into overtime.
I'm very concerned at that round. A really
Very
important
interesting round.
12-11. Steckles in the middle of mid. Trevor off the back of losing that player's pushed through to their spawn. And then the rest is just a mess anyway, because the smoke was a bit strange. But why are you going aggressive on a 12-11?
I feel like Dragon's Tear has heard all those players mid and he's calling Zelion over, but Zelion, with that timing, has his knife out as they're walking through the smoke as well, so... Very unfortunate timings all around for Eversio. Just Stekeli over towards his A side now. Nate coming out a bit late, not gonna catch any of the T's. Does get caught out by Nate himself, down to 60 HP. As the T's do take water control. He's also pushing into A main. Kills traded over towards connector.
They love a little pop flash for each other on this MaybeNoSplit team. It's paid off with an entry in a 3 rounds.
Off the back of those trades, Eversio split quite awkwardly here. Execute is gonna end on this B side, 2 over towards connector and 2 over towards B main, but it's just 2 Eversio players here. Zelion does find Tenrek, does go low on HP, was legged by the op there, does go down eventually. Crazy, only able to find 1, so a 2v2 now. As Dragon Tier is gonna get volleyed off, tries to take an aggressive peek, unable to find anything though, so 2 versus 2. Stekeli is coming towards his connector position, is gonna find both Drew and Entrex. And just walks through that smoke, gonna get taken out for free, and Dragon Tier just gonna save the AWP here. Interesting round, for sure. Maybe Stekeli had to walk through that smoke, I feel, because of the timing, but goes down for free, and Dragon's here with just that AWP, no chance for the retake then.
I feel like every time that we've seen MaybeNoSplit flash through something, they've got a kill for it. The flashes have been on point for them for an entry in the round, I have to say. Either in mid, B, A as well. It's worked out pretty well for them. Maybe they can bring that in to the next rounds to come. Eversio back to the drawing board. Loses their first T side. They don't want to get any more losses really on this side because it is difficult coming in to the T side if you have no momentum. Eversio definitely need to maybe pick up 1 on this half, I feel like, at least. Lovely nade. Not going to connect much damage though.
1-3 split for the T's here. Looking to find something over towards mid. Eversio though not taking mid aggressively. Just now Trevor does take a peek, spots the player boosted, lucky not to go down. And pushes double doors, is gonna go down there. Maybe a bit aggressive from Trevor after spotting those mid players. Dragon's Tear from Temple now. Gonna have to try and reduce the deficit for Eversio. Smokes off mid, holding this camera angle. Maymap is just a mess now though. Yeah. Lots of Eversio players over in this water position. Zelion gonna take down Sasuke, but they've already pushed up mid, and I don't know if Eversio were aware of that, as they've left B side completely open here. Stekeli is gonna hear all these players in camera, does go down immediately to Fnatic as well. So just Dragon's Tear on the site with the AWP, does go down to Tenrek. Crazy finds an important kill on main though. So 2v2 retake for Eversio here. Both players coming from this A main position. They have a couple of smokes and a couple of flashes. Both players also having kits, but MaybeNoSplit allowed to get into these post-plant positions. Crazy swings wide, gets shot through the wall by that AWP. Maybe a flash for Ju. Just Ju once again swinging and finding a frag. Has a Zaiwu profile picture and is definitely living up to the profile picture right now. 31 and 16 with 8 assists.
I've got to say, these picks from Eversio going the way of the T side, they're just giving up for free. There's a couple rounds now.
Feels a bit sloppy.
It's a common occurrence, I have to say, on this CT side. Trevor, Steckel. Trevor, again, he goes aggressive a lot of the time, and sometimes it doesn't pan out. I think maybe a bit of support with him, maybe a flash or two to get him into these positions that he wants to play in, could benefit him hugely. Dragon Tier going to take a peek towards Canal, but the shoulder peek from Ju going to bait out a shot. No kill found just yet. Steckel
Kelly also hopping here. First time we're seeing the double op setup on the CT side.
boost over the smoke, just barely missing out on a kill.
This round definitely feels like a must-win for Eversio, though.
I feel the same.
Needing 3 in a row on the T side after not playing it for, you know, an entire half and a half. You know, it's almost the whole game, almost the length of a whole game as well. It's gonna be very difficult, for sure.
I think with a full
Crazy,
economy
aggressive
CT
in
side
mid.
as
Don't
well.
know if I like this. Gets caught out by Sasuke, so
Again.
once again the aggressive plays. As the T's do execute onto A site, and Zelion gonna go down, so 5 versus 3 now. Aggressive plays haven't worked out for Eversio so far. And Dragonsteer gets tagged low from the mid player, does go down through the smoke. Stakeli gonna find one, unable to find the second, and just Trevor left is gonna go down, so 3 rounds in a row in overtime for the T side here, and Eversio with a tall task now over on the on the T side themselves. Need 3 in a row just to force double overtime.
I'm very curious to see if it's calls being made for this aggression, or if it's just someone on their own thinking they want to go aggressive. I'll be very interested.
Definitely interesting to see, especially due to the frequency of, you know, it happening. It's almost every round that they lose the opening player just through an aggressive peak.
But now, Eversio have it all to do. Need to get to double overtime if they want to come out with any sort of result from this map.
Interesting pop flash by Crazy there. Nobody swinging into main off the back of it either.
Futil that could be used more effectively.
A very passive setup as well from the T's here.
So the CTs are not really taking any map control, just playing towards the B site. Not really any control in towards connector either, just playing on the door. And again, it's a different setup to Eversio. Eversio very aggressive with their setups, but there is another side to Counter Strike, and it's a passive one. So we are going to see which one comes out on top on this round, as it is a very slow and methodical approach from the side of Eversio, gathering towards that A site after no picks, and we'll see if an execute can come through for it.
I feel like regardless of the final result here, it's a game that Eversio could learn a lot from.
Indeed.
It's a team that plays very differently from them. The bomb gonna go down. Crazy peeking first with the bomb. Lots of info for the CTs there. And Eversio dropping one by one. Just Dragonsteer with a kill. Zillion finds one of his own now. Finds another into camera. So bomb should be going down at least. But Zillion just 10 HP. Tenrek and Sasuke. Dragonsteer has the right idea here. If he could find the pick, would be big for his team. Does find Sasuke, so 2 versus 1 now, and Tenrek making lots of noise here. Zillion is gonna go down though, low on HP, so Op versus Op now. But Dragonsteer with a massive 3k in the round to keep Eversio alive. 15 to 13 here.
Again though, a 2v4. This MaybeNoSplit putting up some good form in these rounds, just not getting it across the line in that one. They do look like a decent force to be reckoned with.
It's even more impressive when you consider their bottom fragger is really out of it this game.
Yeah.
And it's essentially been a 4 versus 5. There was even that 4 versus 5 round that the Eversio actually lost. So definitely a very well drilled side. Lots of good utility coming out. You know, they seem to play very well off the back of each other. And Zelion here gonna get pushed out of B main. Goes down, and Dragonsteer also low on HP. So Eversio once again on the back seat. Lots to do in this round.
Notice the aggression with a teammate present though. A slow, methodical approach. There was a player to trade it if it didn't come through, and ultimately Eversio punished. Not able to trade out the frag or even get the frag. It is just going to be an entry for the CT side, and now it's going to be a 4v5. This is map point as well. We'll see if Eversio can find a foothold into this round. They are just going to gather towards the A site. No real pressure exerted across the map though, and is a quick rotation from the mid player, but is he going to be aware to the players coming in from this A
No
side
smoke for
door?
Heaven either, and Tenrek is gonna find an easy kill. Trevor and Dragonseer do find a couple of their own though, so bomb should be going down now. A couple of CTs are far away from this, so Dragonseer once again required to hold off the charge as Stakeli seems to be going for a long rotate here. CT is very fast on the side though, so Stakeli gonna have to move a bit faster, and if Dragonseer goes down here, it's gonna be very difficult to come back into the game, and does go down in fact. So Stakeli with a 3 versus 1 in a very powerful position though, but if bomb is smoked off, does find one, doesn't find the second though, so it will be MaybeNoSplit taking the victory here, 16-13 in overtime. Eversio had a couple of chances to close out the game, unable to do so, and MaybeNoSplit fought back hard in overtime, will take it eventually. Good game though overall from both sides, very interesting to watch.
I do feel like
I said,
Eversio may be kicking themselves after this one.
Yeah, but as mentioned, lots to learn from this, a team that played completely opposite to their style. They were caught out very often on the pushes as well, so definitely a demo they'll want to look back at going forward. Also, the debut for this new Eversio side, and lots of promising signs. Very dominant Dust 2, and a good display on Anubis against a very powerful opponent. So looking forward for what's in store.
Indeed. But I believe that is all the qualifying done, is it?
I believe so. I believe it's a single elimination, so Eversio's
next-
journey in the qualifier does end here for today.
I don't know if there's going to be another qualifier. Any idea if there is?
I believe now Eversio will be playing in the Season 53 Open 10, as they were last season. So
the next
we'll
game will be a league game.
yeah, it should be good. Hopefully, unlucky last season, one game off of playoffs. Hopefully, we'll see them reach playoffs this season.
Indeed.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the games.
And yeah,
Once
thanks.
again, pleasure casting with Snipzo here over
my friend
on the
Mayhem.
Eversio channel. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
See you, everyone. I hope you have the good rest of your evening. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down.